was a super fan of the show. Super fan. I felt that out of the different reality shows, this one kind of like I gravitated more towards maybe the New Yorker in me. It was a little raw.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And then it took a turn.
I'll be honest with you. In the beginning of the show, everything was so organic. It was so natural. It was really real. You know, and I think that's what drew a lot of people into it. And that allowed people to understand that, like, dang, these people are really just like us. Like,
right.
I go to the nail salon, I go to the barbershop. Like, any place that you go to that has, like, that service industry vibe, you kind of feel like it had, like, that Black Ink vibe to it, somewhat, to a sense.
Yes.
So, I get why people were drawn so closely, so early. But then when things change, fame, like, you got to think about it. We're talking about people that lived with their mother for their entire adult, and now they have money to go off and do whatever they want to. Like, everything, people don't understand what fame, money, and change can do to someone's life. And when that started happening, you know, everybody, I always like to use this reference. You watch True Blood?
Yes.
Now, I'm a major True Blood fan. Even though it's not on TV anymore, I love True Blood. But remember when the vampire god came, and it was like the chalice of blood?
Yes.
And she kind of made everybody think that they were the vampire god. So in their dreams, she would come and say, "You are the chosen one. You are the chosen one. You are the chosen one." That's basically what they do with this reality TV thing. They make everyone believe that they are the chosen one, to the point where these egos are built up to really combat each other and go at each other's necks. And that's when it starts getting different.
So, what happened with you being on the show? You were such an integral part of the show. So many people were drawn to you with the show. Now you're not a part of the show. What happened?
For me, I was down for it as long as it was real. When it got to the point where, okay, me and my relationship, everything dealing with my personal life was on target for whatever they wanted for ratings, that's when I had to step back and really analyze things. I'm the only cast member that comes from a two-parent married home. My mother and father have been married since I was conceived, you know. So I don't know what it's like to have a mom that's estranged or a dad that's estranged. I literally know what it's like to wake up every day with both parents in the home. So when they came to me and they're like, well, you either have to get married or break up. And I'm sitting here like, what? You cannot tell someone that they have to force themselves into making a life-altering decision just because that's what the viewers are expecting. When they got to the point where they were pushing those type of situations, I had to remove myself. And it got to the point where I was in an unhappy, unhealthy, it was the worst environment that I could put myself into. And what got me is everybody on the show hated me.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted me to be with Steve.
Right.
None of his friends liked me.
Right.
None of the people that worked at the shop liked me. So why would y'all hate me so much more when I decided to walk away?
Right. And that's
why wouldn't you be glad?
Right. And that's the part that got me is that, I didn't understand what was going on, so I watched the new season. I started watching the new season, and then immediately out the gate, they started bashing you.
Yeah.
And which I thought was just kind of low in the sense that you're not there to defend yourself.
Absolutely.
There was no outskirts, where, outtakes where you can still be there and say, hey,
hold up,
you know what I mean? And that's when, you lost my respect.
Yeah, that's what kind of changed things for me. When Puma quit, when Alex quit, when
so they quit.
When they walked away from this experience,
wow,
they didn't get dragged back onto the scene because they decided to walk away.
Right.
It was like, okay, y'all done? We done with you too. When I decided to walk away, it's, oh no, we can't let her walk away like this. We have to defame, berate, and belittle her to the point where she's not going to be able to do anything else after this.
Did that allow you to know how powerful you really are?
I promise you. They do not understand. I promise you, the greatest gift, because at the point when I I quit the show, I was so depressed and so emotionally, distraught. Then when I'm seeing my name pop up for like 35 minutes of a 42-minute episode, I'm sitting here like, wow.
Yeah.
Y'all can't survive without me. So I'm still a part of this without even having to be a part of this. This is crazy. But instead of it tearing me down, which I'm pretty sure they thought that's what it was going to do, it kind of just built me up. And it gave me a strength and a power to understand that I'm really the epitome of what a lot of black women aspire to be when they are in these type of situations. And it didn't break me. It built me. It made me stronger. It made me more hungry. It made me more thought-provoking. The things that I do now, Ratchet Reality TV wouldn't even want to touch it. Gotcha. Like, I have a non-profit organization called Beat Yourself Beautiful. The things that I'm doing now, this stuff ain't even considered entertaining for Ratchet Reality. Right. But it's considered amazing for my own personal and for my life and for me building my empire and just loving myself. So if that's what I had to get out of that, then I appreciate the love, y'all. So sometimes you have to find the love within the hate. And that's basically what I did. I basically disciplined my disappointments. And once you learn how to do that, you really gain a sense of self and power and control that can't nobody take away nothing from you. You got it on your own. It's yours.
Dutchess, I think I love it. I think I love it.
Yes, y'all, discipline your disappointments. And that is real, for real.
Listen, that is powerful. That's what our women need to hear. This is beautiful. Please stick around. Mauricio, I'm so sorry. I almost forgot we had a mid-show. I'm probably going to lose my job after this. But then, you know how the whole PK for PM is about stuff like this. It's bringing people and giving them a platform so they can educate others and inspire others to be great. And I can't stop a role like that. You crazy? Even if I got to lose my job off of that. You know what I mean? I'm going to be doing tattoos at her shop in Miami.
I got you, Papa Keith. I got you.
Dutchess a week in the building. We're going to chop it up with her. Please, let's get back inside this mix. It's one thing behind the beat.
Try and find a resolution to change it.
And we're going to pick that back up, but I had to take a pause, a lighter note. One of my favorite people in the world, Dutchess of Ink, huge fan.
Hey.
She's here, she's mad cool, and we chopping it up about all kind of stuff. And I mean, Dutchess, who'd have ever thought that your experience would now lend you to be an inspiration to other women?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that a lot of times women, we're so quick to dim our lights and to like hide behind our truths because we're ashamed or we feel like this or we feel like that. Like, it's so many women struggling with the same things that you might be struggling with, that I might be struggling with. But if we're not going to be open enough to be vocal about it, then how can we help each other heal? How can we like really build from these situations if we don't really open up? Like, that's really all it takes is to open up.
You know, with everything going on right now, not to go back to it, but to just draw reference from it again, when I went to go back to the new season of the show and then was opened up to them bashing you, it really bothered me. It was a form of bullying. I mean, am I crazy? Especially when you're not there to defend yourself, defaming your character, all these different things. And, you know, me being a fan of yours and even the show, you know, I felt uncomfortable. I didn't feel right about it. Yeah, it turned me off. And, you know, now to see how these things play into real life situations, like, you know, bullying and Facebook and people committing suicide.
Absolutely.
And even this situation that happened here in Parkland. You understand what I'm saying? Even that school, I had a call up earlier and said, you know, there's been suicides at that school. And like, is this what we're portraying on television now? And then how our kids are emulating that? Before, rap used to get all the blame for everything. Any shooting, anything is, the rap music, the rap music, the rap music. Never the movies, never the video games. Always easy to say the rappers are the ones responsible for it. You know what I mean? But now what? You know what I mean? Now what? You know, so how do we move from this? How do we move forward from this, in your opinion, Dutchess?
Me personally, a lot of people that are in these positions of power, like I have been in, you have to separate yourself from what you want to stand for and what you're falling for. Like, I was falling for a lot of the foolishness. And I believed a lot of the stuff that the producers would say, well, if you say this, then this. And if you do this, then it's going to make you look like that. And, you know what I'm saying? You have to get to the point where you really have to stand for the things that you yourself value and that motivate you and that inspire you. And if you cannot fully live out those things, then you have to remove yourself. And that's basically what I had to do. I had to remove myself so that I could fully live out those things in my real life. And I think that that's something that a lot of people in these positions need to do. Like, it's not cool that you got these young kids thinking that every time they around somebody, they should bully them, they should want to fight. Like, stuff like that is so corny. Like, I don't want to fight you. I want to fight you with my intellect. I want to fight you with my bank account.
You showed that on the show.
I want to fight you with my
I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight. I'm going to make your ass, but I'm not going to fight you.
Like, it's just different ways of defending yourself.
Yes.
And when you really realize that, that's when you have true power. The ignorant way of defending yourself, that's what keeps us in all of these foolish cycles of hurt, basically, is what I like to call them. And, like, the things it goes down to even the things we eat. Like, I took meat out of my diet. And a lot of people are like, you know, for what? And people don't realize, like, meat is such an aggressive thing to put inside of your body. It builds that type of thoughts. It builds that type of
that anger,
passion. Yeah, it builds things in you that you be like, dang, once you remove it out of your diet, you be like, dang, I'm not even so angry no more. I'm not so mad no more. It's simple things. The type of music you listen to. Like, when I'm really going through it and I feel like I want to just tear the world up, I listen to something peaceful like Sade.
Yeah.
Like something that's just going to take me out of that aggressive element and put me in a tranquil state. Like, we have to put things in our environments that make us better, not make us bitter.
That's what's up.
Even social media, like, I'm starting to unfollow certain accounts that every time I see them post negative stuff, or they always talking about somebody, like, people always be like, these bloggers and stuff like that. I'm sorry, but if these people aren't bearing their own truths on their blogs, why do I care about you bashing or defaming someone else's truth? That's still your opinion. It's not their opinion. You don't know what they're feeling, what they going through, why they did what they did. So a lot of times it's about controlling your environment. And that's something that I'm really, really big on starting to do. And parents, y'all really, really, really have to do it. Remove some of the stuff that your kids should not know about, should not be seeing at the ages that they are. I hate when people come up to me and they're like 8 years old and 7 years old and they're like, oh my God, Dutchess, I love you. And I'm like, how do you even know me?
Right.
And they know me because their mama or their daddy is letting them watch it at home, and then they wonder why they go to school and want to cuss the teacher out or want to, you know what I'm saying, do some of the defiled things that they've seen on Black Ink. Like, who would want to see their daughter going in school without their shirt on, like they watched some of our cast members be on the show sitting in the front desk like that? Like, these are the type of things that you want your kid to pick up on and to start emulating. When I start seeing that type of effect on things, I had to remove myself because I never want to be a part of the problem. I really want to be a part of the solution. That's why I went to a HBCU. Shout out to all my HBCUs.
Hey!
Happy Pride! Yes, yes.
Dutchess is in the building. She's doing amazing things. She's looking to open up a shop in Miami. Virginia, she's already on target for that. She's got a radio show. She's got a song. Could you please tell me the title of the song?
Yes.
Everybody go with iTunes right now.
The title of the song is Mad, and I'm going to make sure that you, Papa Keith, have both Mad and Don't Tell Me. I'm going to send both of them to you so you can rock out and vibe out anytime you want to. And a lot of people think that my song is about a particular people or a particular nothing. My music is about motivating and inspiring and about turning your haters into your motivators. Because if anybody has followed my journey, you see that that's what I have done every single step of the way. So who else better to talk about it?
Factual facts. I just want to shout out everybody listening right now that for whatever reason you hated Dutchess on Black Ink, but you love her now.
Exactly.
Welcome to our world. Where can they follow you, Dutchess?
Yeah, you can follow me at Dutchess of Ink on all social media platforms. My shop is Pretty and Ink 704. I have Dutchology Sundays on 92.7 The Block. You can check me out Sundays from 12 to 4. And, like, if you really want to get to know me, be on my Instagram and my Snapchat, because that's what I control. That's my voice. And until y'all see a bigger voice, then, you know, that's your way of getting to me.
Thank you so much, Dutchess. I always appreciate you.
I love
Anytime. And I love you too, honey. Anytime you come here, you got to come check us out, all right?
I'm at home. That, whatever bank that is, we do a workshop on makeup, on women's health, stuff like that, cycle and all of that good stuff. We do one on education, like if they're going to go to college, the type of track they need to be on and where they need to be at 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, and so forth.
What's the age range?
The age range is usually like 13, 14 to 18.
That is really dope.
Yeah.
So they come to this hotel, they bring their sleeping bags.
Well, I usually have a sponsor for all of that. They just come. I usually have a sponsor. Okay. We do little makeovers. I have some makeup artists come. We do little manicures and pedicures. Then we do all of the workshops. I have a police officer come, usually a female police officer. We do a respect workshop, just on like respecting authority and respecting ourselves, like understanding how those two things go hand in hand. I have someone usually come and talk to them about domestic violence, because a lot of people don't realize, but it starts in like middle school now, like it really does. And then we do this that night. We might watch 2 or 3 movies, fall asleep in the sleeping bags. I sleep on the floor with them the whole entire night. The next morning we wake up, we have breakfast. Their parents come and we do like a little thing to where their parents can understand what they learned and why they appreciate them for even allowing them to experience the event and stuff like that. And then everybody go home.
How many girls are you trying to do?
15 to 20.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This is dope.
Yeah, 15 to 20. So my next one is scheduled for Dallas, and then I have one in Birmingham scheduled. But I definitely want to do one
No, we love
in Miami.
Perfect. How do they like apply? They apply on the website?
I do. So what I like to do, well, what I did in Charlotte was with my radio show. I did like they could write in and nominate who they think should come and why they should come.
Right.
And we kind of just read through. Most of the time I pick some of the girls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's a situation where I know they're not going to get anything from it. They're not going to care. Like, if you come from a family and y'all got money and y'all doing this, that, and the third, you're not going to really care about what I'm trying to do.
Not gonna be able
I want it to be girls that come from low-income homes, that some of the behavior schools. Like, it's certain targets that I look for, but, yeah. We have a really good time.
Yeah, we could definitely help you.
Like, some of my girls came and they were like, well, my older sister wanted to come. And I'm like, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to enjoy ourselves. And they really had an amazing time.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, what inspired you to do that? To go in that lane, that nonprofit lane, and to really do
so I'm a Girl Scout.
Okay.
So it just comes natural.
Fun fact.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people, like, growing up, I would be like, Girl Scout meet. No, they going here. They going to the dance at the VFW, and I gotta go to a Girl Scout meet. But now I understand like the sisterhood, just understanding how to like build community service. I couldn't do the sorority fraternity type of thing when I was at A&T because I was refused to conform to a group. But that's kind of where it was birthed from me. My mama had me in Girl Scouts from 3rd grade till I graduated high school.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Like, I didn't just do Girl Scouts. I did the entire program and finished the job. Yeah. I was a camp counselor. I was a camp counselor by the time I got to high school.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that was serious.
Yeah, but like, you learn a lot of great things. We learn how to fish. We learn how to camp. You know, stuff that now as a grown woman, I'd be like, dang, I understand why they made me do it. But at the time,
survival skills.
At the time, I hated it. What?
Survival skills.
Yeah.